Okay, wonderful. So welcome everybody. Super excited to be here with y'all. So let me go ahead and share this uh the screen and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing started. Let me go ahead and get things going. So let's see here. Here we go. We're gonna get started, guys, right about now. I just said that. So funny. She's like, focus on VHM. I was like, I just said that. Thank you. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and and percent. Wonderful. So here we go. So if you haven't seen the Success System book manual that we have, we're gonna have it accessible for everybody at the event that we're about to have here February 7 and 8. It's going to be an incredible event. If you haven't gotten a ticket, man, you're not going to want to miss that event. You're not going to want to miss that event. That event's going to be fire. It's going to be incredible for everyone to experience. So let's go ahead and get this thing started for you guys, so you guys are able to see. So this booklet and manual is going to be available for all of you live in digital form as well. We're going to put it. Well, I'll put it right after this. I'll put it right on the chat again, so you can save it, you can download it, you can print it yourself, you can do whatever you want, or you can come to the event and even it'll be for sale at the event for $10. You'll be able to get this booklet as well for yourself. Well, here it is. Let's talk where everything starts. Everything starts with a dream, right? It is said that a man without a dream dies. A person that doesn't have a dream, something that is pushing for them, something that moves them, that inspires them, uh, that individual eventually withers and die. We are human beings that are designed for growth. If you notice, have you ever noticed that every time you reach a new level in your life, and whatever it is, new level, immediately, almost immediately, actually, some time passes and you're already thinking about the next level. It's because there's something about us that is wants to express our full potential. Abraham Maslow used to say, "What one can be, one must be." He's talking about the full potential and the ability to express your full potential is always within us. This is where a dream comes in. You got to have a strong reason why to do this business. I'm telling you, when I first got started in this business, my why was simple. It was my mother. I wanted to retire my mother, and I knew every day I did not work, every day I slacked off was one more day my mother had to work. And it took me many years for me to accomplish my goal. But one day I was able to pick up my mother in a limousine at work, and I was able to retire her. And to this day, my mother does not work. I mean, that was 11 years ago today, and I still have kept my promise and the ability for her to stay at home has always remained. So it's exciting to have those type of dreams. That dream pushed me. It moved me. I when someone told me, "Hey, you're doing one of those pyramid things. You're crazy." That didn't faze me. And maybe. And maybe you feel it because you're human, but it didn't face me. It didn't stop me. In other words, I didn't fold my tent and I did not go away. So it's important to ask yourself, what are your three most important dreams that you want to accomplish? Define a short term dream, define your set a medium term, and define a long-term dream. This is key, my friends. You have to make this happen. Don't be that individual say, "Oh, I just want money." You know what? It's fine. Money's good, but money means to an end. There's something else. There's a bigger purpose for you, and you got to make that happen. So next, you got to you got to make a commitment. You got to make a long-term commitment, a commitment that says, "I'm here no matter what. I'm here to learn. I'm here to go through the growth process because there's a process for growth, isn't it? All growth has a process. Let's face it. All growth has a process that you have to dive yourself into, and you got to commit to that process. And the growth sometimes is not going to happen the way you want it to happen. Rarely do things happen the way you want it to happen. It happens the way it was supposed to happen. And the way it's supposed to happen, it's okay the way it's supposed to happen. Your job is not to react, but to respond in the process and make quick decisions, responding, and every time making quick adjustments every single day for you to. And when things don't go your way, it's just a simple data. It's just guiding posts that will tell you how to adjust for you to keep moving forward. This commitment of long-term commitment is required in any business project, and this business project is no different. My mentor used to say to me, David, you got to make a commitment into the business as if to think about and to think that as if you invested $1 million in this business. Let me ask you, if you invest $1 million into a business, if someone laughs at you, do you quit? Do you just let go of the $1 million? If someone tells you, I don't like your product, I don't like your restaurant, you invested $1 million in the restaurant, tell you, I don't like your food, do you just say, oh, you know what, I'm going to cry, I'm in the corner, I'm going to shut down the restaurant? No, you don't. You are committed, $1 million in committed for you to make it happen. The same type of mindset you got to have in your brand new business. Next, you got to be a product of the product, and you got to share the product. But first, be a product of the product. What is your favorite product? What products do you like the most? I can tell you that I have had experience with all the products, including Vitadol, which is one of my favorite products that has helped me tremendously in pain management within my back, within my shoulder, and things that I felt within my body. So I recommend for you to create your own story. But if you're like this, say, David, I'm this healthiest person you will ever meet. I eat organic, I eat non-GMO. I am 23 years old. There's nothing wrong with me. I do everything great. Perfect for you. Then here's what you got to do. You got to go out there and create a product testimony within your network. Who around you, do you know that could use this product? I mean, just in diabetes type 2 alone, we have over 175 million people in the United States with diabetes 2. I mean, that's a lot of people that are needing what we have. So I'm sure you know some of them. I know I do. So share the product and create testimonies within your network and for yourself to share even more. Make a list. Make a list of people you're going to share the product with. Who are those people you're going to share this product with? Make a list and let's start sharing your personal testimony or other people's testimony to them to go ahead and share. Next, you got to make a list. You got to make a big list. My mentor used to say to me, David, the bigger the list, the bigger your dream. The smaller your list, the smaller your dream. So I'm going to ask you, how big is your dream? Because that will determine the size of your list. Your list should be getting bigger. Your list is your inventory. Don't run out of inventory. Our jobs is to constantly meet people. I mean, and constantly meet people, constantly be prospecting. You know, we have classes on this that we teach them, and we'll probably even teach this on Saturday, how to do some online attraction marketing. You know, being able to do attraction marketing is key, right? Being able to post on your Facebook, on your social media. I'm so excited. New business project launching soon. And just leave it at that. Nothing else. I mean, God is good. New business project launching soon. Guess what's going to happen? Eventually, curiosity is gonna peak on people. Say, what are you doing? What are you guys going on? What is this about? Tell me more, please, info, please. People, you're gonna see how people automatically are curious. All right, and that'll help you form a list of people that are already interested, looking for a business. Okay, but make a list. Look for people. You're looking for identities. You're looking for qualities. You're looking for mindsets. You're looking for skills that we can train. I mean, my mentor used to say to me, David, we recruit mindsets, but we train skills. We can train the skills. We're looking for the mindset. We're looking for qualities. Here are some of the qualities that I'll let you go through yours. Go on, and you can look at it yourself after this. um, next is time to invite your list. Okay. And inviting your list, I teach scripts, but I tell people, be you, be who you are. When you're going out there and inviting people, you got to realize that your ability to invite others has to do a lot to do with your posture, and your results that you have will have to do with the posture that you have when you invite other people. There's also techniques that I can share with you, like techniques like sometimes when you don't have the results of an entrepreneur, or you don't have the results of a multi-millionaire network marketer, which are many out there. When you don't have that, you don't want to position yourself as one of those, right? But instead, you position yourself as someone that's working with a successful entrepreneur, and you want to introduce them to your network. And when you position yourself that way, you take the focus away from you, where people are not asking, no longer going to be asking you. Say, when you have success, you call me. Has that ever happened to you? When people say, hey, when you have success, you call me. That's happening because you're positioning yourself in a way that is the business is based on you. You don't want to do that. You want to base the business based on a system or based on an edify expert. And this is where the technique peak, edify, pass. Peak someone's interest, edify your mentor, and pass it to someone else that's going to share the business for you and share the information for you. So there's four personalities that we touch into whenever we're inviting, and you're gonna hear this a lot throughout these trainings, actually. But I'll touch on it very quickly. There's a shark personality, right? Shark personality, also known as choleric. Shark personality, they're money driven, they're success driven, they're results driven. They want to know, hey, if I'm talking to someone that's a shark, it's very easy. They like get to the point. What do you have to share with me? That's a shark. They want you to get to the right to the point, get to the point of results. Next, then you have a dolphin. Dolphin personality. They like to have fun. They like attention. They like recognition. Right. A dolphin is a sanguine personality. They want to know that, hey, if we're gonna do this, if we're gonna have a good time in the process, you best believe it. We are. We do a lot of traveling, right? So we talk about this. Melancholic. These are sea urchins. These are what they call. They're detail oriented. They like numbers. They're researchers, right? They research every little ingredients in the product. They want to know the compensation plan. I mean, these are individuals that want details. And then you have the phlegmatic, which is a well personality, which we're helping. These are all individuals that are love helping other people. They love making a difference. They want to know that whatever they're doing is significant base. So is mission based. So these are a well personality. So we constantly touch on all because everybody has four personalities, but there's always one or two that's dominant, right? So when we're talking to people, you want to keep in mind what their personality is. What do you can talk to people and communicate with them and recognize them and the way they speak to themselves and this way they communicate internally by their own identification with the personality style that we're now exploring. So very, very advanced stuff is cool stuff to know. So here's how to edify. Okay, edification is key. When you edify other people, it's gonna build your business. Edification will build your business, my friends. Something that I got really good, really, really good actually, when I was first starting my business was edification. I was creating exposures constantly with edification. And I was like, let's say I was calling my friend Kathy here. I called Kathy. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Listen, I want to introduce you to my friend Alex. Alex is someone that I have the utmost respect. Not only is he a very successful entrepreneur, businessman with great results, but he's also has all the knowledge of the business project we are launching. He's a family man, and he's also likes to have a lot of fun. I can't wait for you to talk to him. So this is edification process is key. So I'm usually touching different words that attract and build rapport with all four types of personalities, like successful, knowledgeable, likes to help, have fun. These words build rapport internally when I'm communicating with all four personalities. Okay, so edification, my friends, is going to be key. And there's I have recorded a whole video on edification, so I won't go too deep into this. So let's talk about inviting other people. Okay, when inviting other people, you got to realize that projection is perception. People's perception of you is what you project. So what are you projecting? You got to project a big business, a multi-million dollars business. So here's one way that I introduce people. Right? Let's say I'm talking to my friend Eric. I say, hey Eric, listen. I recently met a very successful entrepreneur. He's expanding a large international business here. He asked me if I knew any entrepreneur mindset individuals, and I thought of you. I wanted to connect you two so we can chat and we can see if this is something that you can add to your table or add to the business projects that you're currently already working. I think is worth checking it out and meeting this very successful entrepreneur. Worst case scenario, Eric, you just make a big important connection for the future. Very simple, right? This is just a way for you to pique someone's interest and pass the call to then someone else. I pass it to then my friend, my Edify expert. They go ahead and talk to Eric, and then piques the interest of Eric for them to set up an appointment and do a presentation. So here's some more scripts. I'm not gonna going over every single script, my friends, but they're here. Again, I teach scripts, but I tell be you. Oh, what the most important thing about recruiting and reaching out to other people, the most important thing is that you got to have the right posture. You got to be able to project a big business. That's the enthusiasm, posture, strength of language. These key words are key for you to pack the room and pack a Zoom for you to when you're inviting other people. Okay. So I'll let you do some of this. I mean, this is very simple. I mean, you can copy paste this, put them on Chat GPT, and tell them, hey, create a simple script for me from these. You know, you can do that stuff like that. I mean, that's easy stuff for you to do. So cold market recruiting. So again, all these are scripts for you to use. Go ahead and familiarize yourself with them. The most important thing I can tell you about inviting again is the projection is perception. What are you projecting is what people are perceiving. So I want you, even if you're nervous, I want you to project that as if it's enthusiasm. You can tell people like, man, I am excited. So if I sound excited, you might be nervous and it feels like nervous because excitement and nervous kind of feel the same thing, right? Feels the same way. You can let people know if you're talking to someone or messaging someone, man, I'm so excited. I can't wait for you to hear what I'm doing. So, okay, let's talk about presenting the business to your candidate. This is where I'm going to spend the most of my time currently in this because we're going to go over different strategies on how you can have a successful VHM, Vital Home Meeting, or successful Zoom as well. So there's many ways to reach out to people, first of all. And creating exposure within people. One is a pre-recorded presentations. Do we have pre-recorded presentations? Of course we do. You go to our YouTube channel, you're going to find many pre-recorded presentations that you can get. When you're sending out a pre-recorded presentation, you got to realize that you cannot just send out a pre-recorded presentation. There's a process, a systematic process and culture for you to do this. Number one, you want to capture their interest. Don't just send out a video, hey, and without no message. First thing I'm going to say, if I'm reaching out to people, I reach out in the message, say, hey, Enrique, how are you? And Enrique said, what's up, David? How you doing, man? I'm doing good. I'm like, Enrique, how was your weekend, bro? I saw that you went to the basketball game. How was that? Oh, David, it was great. I love the basketball game. Listen, Enrique, I'm actually have a second reason why I'm reaching out to you aside from saying hi. Listen, I'm working on a big business project. Are you open to exploring a business that is expanding internationally at this time? Sure, David. What do you have in mind? I say, hey, do you have 20, 30 minutes today or tomorrow to review some information? The answer is yes, David, I do. Okay. If the answer is no, not today, then I find out what day. I go, let's say Tuesday, I do. Okay. What works better for you, morning or afternoon? Morning, David. Then I choose a time. I say, how about 8? How about 10 a.m.? Can I send it to you at 10 a.m.? Okay, great. I'm going to send you a quick overview on the business project I'm working. Can you take a look at at 10 a.m. tomorrow? I'll call you at 10:30 after you do that. Does that sound great? Great, David. That's how you send out a presentation. You set the appointment and you've already set up a follow-up. Okay. That's how I send out a pre-recorded presentation. Let's talk about VHMs. Two-on-one presentation, one-on-one presentation. Very simple. But let's focus right now on VHM, what is called a vital home meeting. This offers the possibilities to generating massive exposures, right? Because you're presenting the business to many people at the same time. That just makes sense, right? I can spend an hour with one person, or I can spend an hour with 20 people. What makes more sense to you, right? 20 people, obviously. So when it comes to a VHN, you got to look at it from a three-part series, okay? Filling the room, logistics of what happens during, and then after, right? So filling the room is inviting. I give you some business ideas and scripts. Filling the room, 80% of the business is energy, 20% is skill, right? Enthusiasm is the most contagious of all emotions. Raise your energy when inviting to the VHN. Yeah, use the invitation strategies from step 4, right? The invitation strategies that we have, okay? Um, and know that during the time of during the time that when you're inviting, you're gonna have some confirmations. I can tell you this: the numbers are whole like this. If you have, let's say, you invite 20 people and you get 20 yeses, 10 will show up. The other 10, something will happen, right? So it's about a 50% show up ratio. If you do it right, maybe if you do 3-way confirmations with your mentor, where you confirm conversations with other people and say, hey, listen, I know you're gonna come tomorrow. I know 2 days from now you're gonna come to our VHM that we're gonna have our business overview that we're hosting. But I want to introduce you to Heidi Staller, who is the entrepreneur that I'm working with. So you can meet her and say hi to her, and she can just say hi to you too. You can ask her a few questions if you like. Boom. That if you do that three-way confirmation like that, you'll probably have about 70% show up because they double confirm on people. When you are after you have some but the more people you have, the better, by the way. So if you want to have, I mean, I had someone once in my this happened one time in my career where someone went all out. I mean, but she was in trouble. The couple was there was 3 months behind their rent on their mortgage. There was 3 months behind their car payments. I mean, they were in trouble. They needed to make money. So I helped them invite. They invited to text message that works too. But they invited the entire phone book. They send out like a very sweet text message inviting them to their presentation at home. They send it out to 400 people, 176 people, no, 136 people confirmed. Maybe hundreds of people, a couple of hundred people responded, and then 136 confirmed, and 76 people show up, right? We had a huge event that time. Now, when you do things like that, you're going to have unforeseen cancellations. So whenever that happens, you don't want to look like deer in headlights when cancellations come. They're going to come. Period. That's just how it works. It's the nature of the business. Have you ever canceled on a wedding? Have you ever canceled on a birthday? Have you ever not shown up to some type of event you were invited to? You didn't even say anything. Have you ever done that? I'm willing to bet that yes, you have. So when that happens, when people call to cancel, this is an opportunity for you to show posture and for you to then reschedule the appointment. Maybe a one-on-one would be great. So something like this. So someone actually calls me and say, "Hey, David, I'm sorry, I can't make it. My cat has a sty, and then my dog and my cat are just fighting. I just cannot let them alone." Okay, I can say something. Hey, listen, Ashley, I understand that unforeseen events can have arise. Not to worry. Look, I spoke very highly of you because I was going to introduce you to Brooke, who is leading this multi-million-dollar project. So today she was very excited to meet you. And what I wanted to do, I want you to introduce to her. I want to introduce you to her, and then we can arrange another time. But I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity, at least to looking at the opportunity. Let me get Brooke on the phone. You can say hi to her, and we can just we'll schedule. That right there is much better. By the way, this is a much better response than to have no response at all whatsoever. Okay, very very key for this. So let's say, okay, logistics during the meeting. There's a 5-step process because let's say I just invited, I invited 40 people, 18 people showed up in my meeting. And let's say this is a home meeting. So if they showed up to my house, let's just say we're gonna talk about Zoom afterwards, but let's just say in my house. I during the people when people are walking in, I'm just introducing, I'm saying hi, I'm doing everything, right? And we're doing having a great time. I'm gonna talk about what's happening, a little more about what's happening. But one of the logistics of having a successful meeting is your welcome message whenever we're about to start the meeting. Okay. There's 5 steps on opening up the meeting in VHM. Welcome your candidates, share your why, set expectations, edify the presenter, and then pass the meeting to the presenter. Very, very simple. All right. So, and I have a script here for you. I'm not gonna read it. You can read it yourself, but I'll give you an example of what it's gonna sound like. Okay. So if I'm welcoming, I got 18 people in my living room. I'm gonna stand up first and I'm gonna say, guys, welcome. We're about to get started. Congratulations for being here. I'm so excited for you guys to see what I saw. Okay, this right here is absolutely incredible. I haven't seen anything this good in a very, very long time. I'm going to share my why next. As you know, I've been looking for an opportunity to retire my mom. It's one of my long-term dreams to retire my mom, who has been working at Avis for the last 30 years. and I've been looking for opportunities, business opportunities that I can go ahead and dive into and grab it full of my friends so we can all do it together and have similar results. So what I want to do, we're gonna look at a business project right now that has me, forget it, has my mind blown away. So right now, at the end of this, at the end of the overview, we're gonna talk about possibly us working together and doing something great. Hold all questions to the end. Hold all questions to the very end. Turn off your cell phones. If you have a call, you can step outside if you have a call, if you have to take it, but let's not interrupt the presenter, Miss Heidi Staller, who's going to be here presenting the business overview. Okay. Miss Heidi Staller is a top entrepreneur. She's sought out speaker from in the industry of marketing and entrepreneurship from all over the world. She's sought out. She's someone that she has co-authored a book, entrepreneur that has helped many different people make a 5 and 6 figure income. And I'm just so grateful that she's here with us. So pay really close attention. She's a family woman, very fun, cares for people, has all the success, and has all the information for you to have answer all the questions for you. So I'm going to go ahead and let Heidi take over. Heidi, please share with us this incredible information. Okay, now that's that. All I did is I follow these 5 steps. By the way, that's all I did just now. There's another way to do it, right? The other way to do it, and this is what most people do. Most people do it this way, okay? And now you know the right way to do it. Let's talk about the wrong way to do it. Imagine this. You go into a meeting. The host stands up and says, hey, guys, thank you for being here. I invited 40 people, actually, and you guys are my only friends that showed up. You know, I'm looking at this. I think this could work. I think that maybe the products and the coffee could do some good. I don't do these businesses before, but I think maybe we can have some success with this. I want to introduce Heidi for coming in. So Heidi, thank you for being here. It's a big difference, right? Big difference. How the vision that you cast. That opening scene of a VHM makes all the difference, by the way. Makes all the difference. People already decide to join you before they even look at the information with the opening scene. Okay, after the presentation, what are you doing? Well, after the presentation, turn up the music immediately. There's going to be music, upbeat music playing. Break up the meeting at the end of the meeting. Sort people at their level of interest. Some people are going to be green lights. These are people that are ready to sign up. They are positive, enthusiastic, and excited to get started. You're going to spend 80% of your time with these people. Yellow lights, these are people that have questions, concerns. Take time to help them answer their concerns and give them confidence about Vital Health. Introduce them to other people that are already in Vital Health having some results. Red lights, don't spend any time with these people. Don't try to convince anyone. Look for the interested people, those that are looking for opportunity as the green lights. The red lights, thank you very much. Thank you for being here. Enjoy the coffee, and let's get you out of here. Very, very obviously, politely. You're not gonna, kick them out. But thank you very much for being here. I'll call you tomorrow, brother. Don't worry. So what motivates the yellow lights in getting started, by the way, is seeing other green lights started. So if someone's ready to sign up in my meeting, I'm already announcing. I say, congratulations, Ashley Myers is ready to sign up. Great job, Ashley. And other people that are yellow say, you know what? I'm going to sign up too. So that's what happens. Now, a couple of your what is called a hit list, okay? Your hit list, what are you going to do? You're going to play music. Upbeat music, please. You have a registration sheet, scanner if you have one, product for samples, hot water for coffee cups, coffee and powder products, laptop for the presentation, cable HDMI so you can connect it to the TV, presentation slide, internet up and running, and TV. That'll be very helpful. Your to-do list, dress appropriate for the occasions. Don't wear pajamas. I've done presentations where the hosts wear shorts with sandals and a tank top, and I'm like, I get it. Sometimes if you live in Hawaii, maybe that makes sense because everybody is there wearing the same thing. But you don't want to be that guy. You want to dress up just a little slightly higher than your guests. Play upbeat music before and after. Don't go too hardcore. Don't go AC/DC, and don't go Beethoven, right? Don't go both sides. Something in the middle, upbeat. I like to play Calvin Klein, Calvin Harris music. I love that guy. You know, so play upbeat music. Maintain a positive and energetic attitude. Always keep the attitude positive. Start on time, end on time. Socialize and make everyone feel welcome. Introduce your guests to affiliates. Avoid apologizing for people that don't get canceled. If someone canceled, nobody needs to know that. Sit back and pay attention to the business presentation. Don't be walking around. Don't be don't be interrupting the speaker. Focus. Show your commitment and focus by being there and being present. Your guests will duplicate the same thing as you. Avoid distractions. Right. If I have three dogs, if I have three, really, two puppies and a Chihuahua. My Chihuahua loves to jump on your lap, and he wants to get your attention, wants to get cuddled. My other two dogs, forget about it. There's no way you're gonna sit down with my two dogs jumping on you, trying to lick your face and trying to be with you and try to get them to pet them. So I love dogs and animals. Just put them aside just for an hour, okay? If you have a baby, I have five kids. Let's just find a babysitter, someone that can help you with the children as well. Okay. So keep the room cold. A hot room makes attendees drowsy. Don't let negative people ruin your meeting. If someone's negative in your meeting, you as the host have to address it. I told stories before of people that are just negative in my meetings, and the host, if the host just says something like, "Hey, listen, David, excuse me. Hey, Paul, listen, man, you're being extremely rude by talking over Mr. Nieves. If maybe if this is not for you, I'll call you tomorrow, brother. But if you're gonna stay, you're gonna hang. I want you to hang in there for me, buddy. Having something, having the fortitude and the posture to address situations like that is very important for your meeting. And enjoy, have fun. All right. So that's a VHM. Let's talk a little bit about what happens in hotel presentations. We're going to talk about that maybe in the future. But let's talk about culture during a Zoom presentation, which is probably a little more doable, right? That people are having more Zooms this day than a home meeting presentation because we get to participate with everything. Um, a Zoom presentation has three parts as well, the same three parts: filling the room, logistics of what happened, and the follow-up. So let's talk about that. For example, here before the presentation, the welcome meeting again is all about the welcome meeting, right? So during people are jumping into Zoom, you as the host, you're talking, you're keeping things upbeat. Let's say you got Ashley, Kathy, Samantha, Howard, Kimberly. These people are jumping in. So I'm like, hey guys, Ashley, Kathy, Samantha, Howard, Kimberly, welcome. I'm so excited you guys are here. We're going to get started in the next 5 to 8 minutes. Let's make sure you can hear me well. Turn on your cameras because I want to see you. I want you to treat this Zoom as if we're having a one-on-one conversation, okay? Have something to take notes. I'm going to mute your microphones for now, but I want to see your pretty face. Why do we tell people to turn on the camera, first of all? Because I think it's obvious, right? When you turn off your camera, you don't know what they're doing. You don't know how engaged they are. They're multitasking most of the time. Most of the time, that's what's happening, right? You're multitasking, and let's face it. When you're multitasking, your attention is not focused. But if you tell people that to turn on their cameras, to be present, and say, "Hey, I'm gonna need you for like 30 minutes, undivided, focused attention for this," and you have that posture, man, it goes a long way in your Zoom presentation, man. Your sign up ratio will increase drastically, by the way, drastically will increase. So you do this with each person, and every time they enter Zoom, make sure to turn on the camera to identify who's engaged and who is not during the presentation. This will give you an idea in who's the most interested to contact first at the end of the session, right? Because after the presentation, you are going to contact these people, and so you can go ahead and make a decision, okay? So now that's the beginning, right? Now the welcome messages about the presentation is about to start, and now you're welcoming everyone with the same, literally the same structure that we followed the last time, okay? Let's say I'm welcoming people. I say, hey, listen, welcome everyone. I'm so excited for you guys to be here. As you know, I'm looking for some type of business project. I've been working on UPS now for the last 25 years. I've been looking for a business project where I can retire myself early, retire my mother, and be able to help other people in the process. I found something that really blew me away, and I thought of you because of the kind of people you are. We are launching this project and looking for a few key people to share this vision and building a great business, perhaps even a multi-million-dollar business, using a platform that is literally revolutionizing home-based businesses and marketing. Please save all questions to the end. I want to introduce you to my business partner, Alejandra. She is an entrepreneur with experience of generating results and a great passion for helping others. I can't wait for you to meet her. She has all the details for you guys. So then I mute myself and say, Alejandra, thank you very much. And then Alejandra comes in and does the presentation. So during the presentation, you're not turning off your camera. You're engaged. In fact, if the people in your Zoom can watch you taking notes, even better, because they duplicate this. And they're like, holy crap, David is serious about this. If they're watching me and I have a pen and I have a pen like this and I have a pen in my hand, and I'm taking notes and I don't, doesn't matter. I'm studying the presentation, number one. Everybody here should study a presenter. Anytime someone you hear a presentation, study that presentation. Study jokes, study pauses, study what they say about the product, study how they explain the compensation plan. This is your business. This is a multi-million-dollar business. This business can pay you like that if you become a student of your craft. So you act like that as well during the presentation. You let the other people see you do that. So once you do that and you're engaged and your attitude of engagement, people will then be able to identify that as well. If you hear background noise during the Zoom presentation, identify who it is and mute them. Very simple, right? You can mute them if you have control of this and mute the microphone. Okay, now the presentation finished. Alejandra just got done crushing a presentation. Now I'm like, this is my time to show urgency, vision, and enthusiasm, and lots of confidence with people, right? So I'm gonna say, wow, thank you so much, Miss Diaz, for that amazing explanation. Now everybody, guys, Ashley, Kathy, Samantha, Howard, Kimberly, now you can see why I'm so excited. This company is an explosive growth on the path of with 5,000 new business partners in the next 90 days. I want you to be a part of this with me. So I'm already telling you my intentions. You know that? I'm not being shy about it. I want you to join me. I want to work with this with you. So you got to let people know that and do it with enthusiasm and confidence and posture. I want you to do this with me. I call you for a reason, and this fact that you're here watching, it's no coincidences. As you saw in the presentation, I have two main positions which we will build a multi-million-dollar business under. The first two people that join will have two positions where we'll help them build 50% of their business in income. But you need to take action now because we are preparing our next meeting for the rest of the people that I'm going to talk to. But I want for you to see this first. So thank you for being here, guys. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to be calling you right after this. And so we can go ahead and I can answer some questions and be able to help you get started. In fact, for those of you that are interested already and you're excited, shoot me a message at this very moment. Either way, I'm going to call you. But if you're interested, tell me, hey, I want to be one of the first two. So you can add a little thing like that right there first. So people automatically can text you right there, right then. Okay. Very, very key. Okay. So you end Zoom and you follow up for individual. And the closing process is you ask this. So if I'm calling Ashley, let's say, I say, hey, Ashley, that was amazing, wasn't it? What do you like most about what you saw, about the opportunity? Ashley tells me, David, I like the product. I was like, great. Do you see an opportunity to work and sell this product with us? Yes, I do. Fantastic. Which pack do you see yourself getting started with? I recommend the Platinum Pack is the pack that I got started with. Well, which one do you see yourself getting started with? The Platinum Pack. Excellent. I'm going to send you a link. Get started right now because I have people already are jumping and I want those people to fall underneath you already. Okay, I hope this is making sense, guys. Oh, no, 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 Samantha, don't worry. I was I was reading a script. Okay, so don't worry, Samantha. So great. So that's how it works. You see how you see how the posture that I'm doing this with. You see that you guys get that. That's what I want to give you guys the posture and the systematic way of not letting things to chance. Okay, so next, now we're gonna close people. The closing and closing is not a hard close. We don't convince anybody to join the business. Okay, no one gets convinced here to join the business. Uh, if you convince them to join, you got to convince them to work the business, and that just works me out. So no convincing. You're simply going to ask simple questions. Let's say you're Tommy. I feel like say, hey, Tommy, what did you like most about what you saw? Tommy says, hey, I like the money part, and the products are all natural. Affiliate. Do you see an opportunity for you to promote all natural products and earn good money with us? Whatever he repeats to me is what I repeat back. Okay, two simple questions. If you have a objection, I think we'll do an objection training coming up on. We'll do one on Saturday. This Saturday, vital. Do we have? Am I gonna do? So I think I might be doing the one this Saturday. It depends. We have Diamond Summit, so but I'll do an objection training on that. But one way to objection that I like to do is feel, felt, found. Right? I understand how you feel. I felt the same way. But here's what I found. David, I done these type of business before. I didn't have much success in it. And and they always tell you you're gonna win, but you never win. And Tommy, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. I saw there, I've done this type of business before. But what I found was that in this business in particular, we have a success system in place and we have people willing to help you. I also found that just because I date a girl, it doesn't work out with that girl. I don't stop dating girls. Say no more girls for me. I'm gonna date guys from now on, right? I'm joking, of course, but you can throw a little humor in there, and you can tell. So just because it doesn't work with one business doesn't mean you don't jump to the next one. You not at all. In fact, if in Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich, here's a little ammunition for you guys. Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. They analyzed 17 different entrepreneurs that got started and made their fortune by the age of 34. They became millionaires by the age of 34. They were involved on average of 18 different businesses before they found the one they hit it big. Some people who did one business, some people did 18, some people did one. But guess what? You don't stop. You don't quit. All right. If you fail a test, you don't quit studying so you can pass it the next time. He goes, this is the one you look into, by the way. So and then I go with social proof. Social proof is key. Okay, next. Next is follow up. And there's multiple ways to follow up. The fortune's in the follow up, right? Share the product, share testimonies, introduce your leaders to mentors. I mean, there's just so much that you can do here, right? Share product, share testimonies, introduce them to other leaders and mentors. This is one is key. If you have someone like someone called me earlier and said, hey David, can you do a presentation at 8 o'clock? Well, 8 o'clock I had to hear. So I said no, but I'm not able to because I'm already booked. However, why don't you introduce me as a follow-up afterwards? Go ahead and do the presentation, and then afterwards, let's do a follow-up with them tomorrow. You can say you want to introduce me because you told me a little bit about them. That's an amazing follow-up, by the way, to do something like that. Next, you participate in weekly Zooms, right? Another Zoom, introduce them to another presentation. Maybe they relate more with Brooke, they relate more with me, or they relate with any other presenters. Face-to-face meetings, right? Meeting, hey, let's have a drink of coffee, and I'm gonna share with you some product, and let's talk a little bit about what we're doing. Corporate events, right? Saturday training events as well. Share other videos. I mean, all these are forms of follow-ups that you can use. Next, when someone gets started, now it's time to launch their business. And launching their business, there's a whole process of launching your business. This is part of the training of launching your business. Launching your business, there's a way to do it fast, a way to do it slow. I'm going to let you read all this. And here's the launching sheet for you to look into. A couple of things right here. It's very simple, right? It talks about the system. It talks about how to invite. Gives you the basics of what you can use. Okay, here's some things that should happen when you launch your business partner, and you have here a point system based on based on the importance of these things must happen in your team in your launch in order for you to have the best duplication possible. Next, you want to attend events, right? Number 10 step of the success system is attending events. Attending events is amazing, by the way. Our event that we're going to have February 7 and 8, it's a must, you guys. I don't know what you have to do to make it here, but make it here. It's going to be incredible. Some people are going to, you can team up with people, go in the chat and say, hey, who's going to the event on 7 and 8 and want to rent it, share Airbnb and share Airbnb. You can have 5 people, 10 people inside of Airbnb and have like $50 for the weekend or something. That's possible. I mean, just make it happen, right? The flights to Dallas Fort Worth is one of the cheapest airports to fly to. I say international airport, so it's great. Everything touches to the Dallas Fort Worth. It seems like so very easy. But this workshop that we're going to have is going to be amazing. Not only are we going to have Todd Falcone, a top industry leader, not only are we going to have an incredible, an amazing Tony Rodriguez, the amazing Tony Rodriguez, formulator of our products, medicine man in Mexico here in the United States. He's not a doctor here in the United States, so we cannot call him that. So don't call him that. But he is a medicine man. He's a formulator, and he's a herb specialist. Then we have Alex Reynoso, founder of our company as well. Incredible training we're going to have from him and from other. We're going to have an Emerald panel from Casey Salgi and David Romero, and other Emeralds are going to be with us as well. We're going to have trainings that are going to be just key training for you to have massive success in 2025. You're not going to want to miss this training. So next, you want to become a promoter, a key promoter. Not only do you want to go there because you believe in the system and this is part of the system, but you want to bring your team with you. This is the reason why this is amazing right now for you to get started, for you to run, is because you can, whatever work you do right now, and you bring your team with you to Dallas Fort Worth, what's going to happen? You're going to multiply that. If you bring 5 people, those 5 people will turn into 20 people after you leave the event. If you bring 20 people, those 20 people will turn into 100 people after you leave the event. It has that type of effect. So this is why promoting events is key. And the way we build is very simple, right? You're building from VHM to VHM, home meeting to home meeting, and it goes into a hotel meeting. But if you don't have a whole hotel meeting, you're then building home meeting to a regional event. And the regional events, this was one we're going to have right now, goes they have every 4 regionals. Then you have a international event which we're going to have. It's looking at in the event's going to be in April. It's looking at April, May. Which is going to be an amazing event, and we're looking for a place to have that as well. So that's coming really, really soon. But that's going to be very extremely powerful for every single one of us. So lastly, I want to give you this 12th step and the final step for you to have massive duplication, massive success, is you having a personal development plan. A personal development plan is key, and I'm a fanatic on personal development. In fact, right here, I have the book that I'm reading is the Everyday Hero Manifesto. I'm currently studying this book and just really diving deep into it. There's so much to I have it all marked up already. And I'm just getting started. I have another book, the spiritual book that I'm studying as well. So I have personal development is key. You want to get good at reading, get good at becoming a good reader. If you don't like to read, start with audiobooks. But I give you here a personal development game plan for you from January to June, and from July to December, game plan for you to every single month be grown, every single month be doing your thing and pushing yourself, of increasing your knowledge. Get this. This is important to understand. What creates action within your life? What do you think that is? What do you think creates action within your life? Think about this. Really think about it. What creates action? What moves you to act? Right? Some people say it was a dream, right? Okay, let's just say it's a dream. But what does the dream create within you? What do you think that happens? It creates what? An emotion, doesn't it? Think about it. That's what it does. A dream creates an emotion within you. So here's how it works. Information, data, this right here, for example, turns into a thought. Thoughts turn into an emotion. Every thought has an emotional biological response within the body. Do this if you're with me here. Do this. Think about, let's say you're in the kitchen right now. Imagine this. You're in the kitchen and you take a lemon and you squeeze that lemon into your mouth. You squeeze. Think about that. Now let me ask you a question. If you're thinking about that right now, did your mouth get watery? Did that just happen just by doing that? They did it? It did to me. Just by even talking about it, my mouth just got watery. Because every thought produces a biological response. That's how it works. The body works that way. So every thought produces an emotion, which is a biological chemical response within your body. Thoughts become emotions, emotions become actions. That's how you feel is how you act, right? Some of you say, what do you say when you don't feel like doing something? I just don't feel like doing it. What do you mean? What does feeling have to do with anything with doing it, right? Of course it does. We know because feelings move us into action. So thoughts, or like, let's say data, which is the information, becomes thought. Thoughts become actions. Actions become habits. And habits become your destiny. Show me your habits, and I will show you your destiny. So this is a welcome. Thank you for being here with our launch. I hope this was helpful for every single one of you. We're gonna keep going this and to do this, and you can come back over and over again, always going about it. You know, this call might be repetitive, but repetition is the mother of learning. Repetition is the father of skills. So we always go over the 12-step system because this is our system, and this is what we do. So keep coming back, keep promoting people to this calls because this is what it's all about. Okay, my friends. Have a great night. Let's go out there and make it happen. I'll see you, every single one of you, February 7 and 8. Thank you. Bye-bye.